Young people living in poverty face multiple barriers in their access to goods and services, including education, employment, health, and housing. When considering the problem of youth poverty, one aspect that is often missing from the discussion table it is actual voices of young people from the different European states. Yes Forum, which is a European network of 34 NGOs from 18 European Union member states working with and for young people with fewer opportunities, took the initiative to start bringing this gap between policy and practice. And so, a 2-year project was born, appropriately called Our Life, Our Voice, Young People and Poverty. From 2015 till 2017, groups of young people worked together in 5 countries to explore attitudes to poverty and what it means to live in families struggling to make ends meet from day to day. The countries differ with regard to welfare system, historical development, and economic performance. In each country, young people collaborate with organizations known for their strong experience in delivering services for those experiencing poverty, listening to young people and influencing policy to improve the life of those in or at risk of poverty. As young people, we investigate the crucial issue of poverty, and our central message is this: Europe must take action to fight against poverty in all of its member states and to create equal living conditions. When it comes to the deals, our recommendation can at times overlap and other times differ according to the specifics of our own countries. In Finland, participants recommend that policy leaders should help fight geographical isolation by making public transportation more affordable for the most disadvantaged people who can end up in a situation of geographical isolation. Young people in Finland also propose discount card for the unemployed and a fair price of car licenses. In Romania, participants recommended access to electricity for everyone. The lack of public infrastructure is a big problem for certain categories of population. For instance, Roma communities in Romania often have no electricity poles on the street, and as a result no access to electricity in their homes, which make it harder to get out poverty. The Romanian example can also be transported in the member states, where in remote areas roads, public transportation or even basic public services are lacking. Across the groups in the 5 participant countries, everyone agrees that education should be free and inclusive. The British group suggests that schools should choose a simple colored uniform available with sewn logos to make them more affordable. Young people note that too often families are expected to find large amounts of money for uniforms which are available only from specialist suppliers. In many European countries, there is a gap between young people from wealthy families and young people from low-income families. In order to create a learning environment equally inclusive for all children and young people, the Romanian participants recommend creating a national education tax for children between the age of 7 and 14 not enrolled in school, in order to place accountability for the complete enrollment of youth in mandatory education on the national and regional levels. Young people suggest that public authorities should be fined if the percentile of children and young people enrolled in school does not reach a desired level in their area. Picking up on the topic of inclusive education, the Italian group proposed that schools should encourage a safe, inclusive and welcoming environment. In certain member states, schools do not provide a caring and inclusive environment due to the lack of innovative and inclusive pedagogical methods, supports to the students in difficulty, or even measured against bullying. Finally, young participants stressed that another issue that should become a priority for policymakers is the focus on the link between discrimination and poverty. as well as the stigma of poverty itself. Due to the specific situation in Finland, the young people focus on the relation between poverty and mental health. In order to tackle this issue, young people suggest avoiding relying only on medication and therapy, branding people as mentally ill, but also increasing their access to positive activities. They call for greater financial support of youth centers and community-based activities that are an important preventive work. In Germany, the young people brought attention to the need of role models in the fight against stigmatization. This would enable young people to take advantage of existing opportunities and strive to reach their potential. This suggestion is not about finding or creating heroes, but rather about acknowledging that empowering regular people who have done the best they could with limited resources. It is our hope that our recommendation can be used as a helpful tool to policymakers across the European member states in the fight against poverty and the creation of fair and equal access to decent living conditions and opportunities for all young people.